Welcome to the D'Hobos Thrift Store. This is Sergeant Major of the Army, Mary Martha, and I'm selling a time that is very, very persistently hard for me to give up, and it is time spent cutting corners. Now, cutting corners by definition is when you take a shortcut and whatever you're doing is to save time, and it inevitably degrades the quality of whatever it is you're doing, whether that be degrading the physical quality of something you're building by cutting corners in the material, whether you're making a cost decision to save money or a time decision to save time. Now, I am someone who has grown up from a long line of corner cutters, and just to give an example, my grandmother is someone who never threw out a plastic bag and was constantly penny pinching and saving a buck to the point of buying the labelless cans of food in the grocery store because they were at a discount, and accidentally serving her children dog food because of that. So suffice to say, there can be even more disastrous consequences the more you cut corners and depending on where you cut them. Now, this time is one that is best picked up by someone who takes the long route, maybe someone who does things super intensely and is very comfortable being in their body, perhaps too much. Me, on the other hand, I'm very uncomfortable being in my body, and cutting corners is a way for me to, quote unquote, get a task over with so that I can not continue to go on and live my life to the fullest, but just because I don't want to be alive and doing a physical task or anything that has me be in my body and take command of my life is living, and I want to get living over with. Not even for a reason of something that, like I said, I want to do afterwards. Cutting corners for me is, like everything, beginning in the physical realm. I think it takes too much time to tie the trash right, or I rush brushing my teeth or taking a shower. I will do something, clean something, and rush to get it over with. And the biggest reason that I am ready to give up this time to the savvy shoppers out there is because of how annoying it is to have to go back over and redo something that I was cutting corners on to save time in the beginning to begin with. I hate that feeling, and I'm in an army that does not let shit slide, and you have to be incredibly accountable, and your rackets and behaviors, rackets being the things that you have used before to serve yourself in some way that no longer serve you. That's why they've become a racket. They don't fly, and inevitably you get found out when you're doing something sus. And for me, I'm tired of having to go back and fix something, having to talk about it because I fucked it up, and I just want to do it fully the first time all the way. And I also want to move from the physical into intellectual mastery. Now, if I'm gonna hold on to this time, I'm not gonna be able to do that. This time is for people who want to learn how to do things rote and by the book all the way through doing them wrong a bunch and then having to go back and do them over again. So if you want this time of cutting corners, it's probably because you want to learn from that feeling and going back and doing physical tasks right and taking your time and stopping with the control all the time. Or no, you want to control things if you want this time. Maybe you want to feel what it's like to be such a control freak that you literally want to get everything over with so that you can control time. Maybe you're someone that has never controlled time once in your life and you want to see what it feels like. But like I said, I am over with the controlling behavior. I want to design systems now. I want to be in the intellectual realm. And in order to design a system, you have to be someone that can be trusted to do a system the way it said by the book and that it's by the book for a reason, so that you have something be effective and work for you and for others. So this time has to go. I am selling it cheap, actually, because I want to be done with the waste of time that I spend cutting corners to go back and do something twice as long. And I want to be comfortable taking my time. I want to be comfortable out of control in the moment of taking however long it takes for the task to be done well. Not this conception in my mind of how long it should take because I have anxiety about what happens if it's not done in time, or that I'm prioritizing other people's time. Really, the way to prioritize everyone's time is to do things the right way so that you don't waste everyone's time, which is what I do when I cut corners. So, cutting corners, I'm sure some people out there in the pain matrix have something to learn from this time. I think that if I can really get rid of this time for good, I'm going to respect my body and my surroundings that are an extension of my body, and truly learn how to live. And that is where the things that I want will come in, that I cannot have while I still hold on to the time of cutting corners.